y'all, it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. I know I'm not gonna have an intro and I'm not gonna remember doing outros, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. And I hope you enjoy this week's vlog. Tuesday, May 10th. I'm doing a horrible job of updating. Finished Skyborn Yonder, that came out today. Finished, don't know when the last one updated you about Keeper of the Lost Cities. I'm halfway through the 7th book now. Since I finished Millie's Encounter, which was catching up in a series, I need to read that was sent for a review. It's one I really want to get to. So it's the second book in Starfelt. It's Willow and The Forgotten Tale by Dominique Valente. On page 99. So good so far, taking me back. And Illustrators by Emerson also came out today, so I started this last night after finishing Yonder. Still reading Marco Swift by Cunningham. Pretty good ways through. Fourth Shah book, Shah in the City of Gold by Roshani, Chokshi. I'm almost finished, and the 5th book came in the mail yesterday, so that's awesome. I can go right into it. And I wanted to pick up another book of my own TBR that I bought myself. One I've been wanting to pick up for a while, that I've had for a while, so I can read her newest book after this. The Forest of Moon and Sword by Raphael. On page 49. I'm getting the pool set up today and putting out my spring decor outside. And I've had a lot of it for about as long as I've had everything else. So I want to look and try to find some not outrageously priced new stuff to replace that stuff. Because it's also rusted, and then some of the ones that are like charged by sunlight, but they have like batteries in them. Even when you put a new battery, like they don't light up anymore at night from the sun. So, and we have a $50 Lowe's gift card and a $40-some rebate at Menards. So I want to get some flowers for outside. I usually do a vegetable garden, but it seems like all I do is do it, and he sends it all to work because we don't eat all of it. Like, I don't know, so I'm wondering if it's even eaten enough to worth it doing it. So I might even just take that, because we have a fenced-in part in the fenced-in backyard, so the rabbits and stuff won't eat it. So I might take that down and just replant grass there. Because I still do want a fire pit, and I don't know exactly where that's going to go yet, so there would be more room. But anyway, the new season of Housewives of Beverly Hills comes out tomorrow, I think. I'm so excited. And that's all. Got my little fairy garden set up. I decided to leave those little things that have grown in there because they looked kind of fairy-ish, and they'll continue to grow in some parts. And the more weedy looking ones I'll take out. I've had all this stuff for many years, and so like the big fairies and all stuff are faded. So, and these are rocks where I live. That's another reason I don't want the vegetable garden anymore. The soil hills here are horrible. It's so hard to dig. You're always hitting rock. It's unlike any soil I've ever seen. But these are all from the ground around here. When we were digging the garden, we found it just anywhere. And some of my little fairies are missing limbs or wings. So I need new stuff. And like those big rocks are from here too. I didn't have what I normally would make my roast with, so I just took everything I had and threw it together and came up with this. So that's what we're gonna have for dinner. So we went for my pup's monthly allergy shot and nail trim. My husband was off today for his doctor's appointment, so he got to go with us for once. And I had the nearest Bath & Body Works to me is like 30 to 40 minutes, so I usually get them all online. And I had 4 candles built up that were just too strong. Like, I'm very sensitive to too strong of a, like it'll give me an immediate headache, which will turn into a migraine. And they let you exchange candles if you haven't burned a lot of it. So I had 4, and I took them in, and I exchanged them. And I was gonna take some like a video in there, but they have people that stand around ready to help, and they weren't busy, so they were just standing around, and it felt weird to have them watch me like video their store, so I just didn't. And they didn't really have many scents. Like usually I can find more like of the newer scents that I like, but I couldn't, so I had to get 2 Vanilla Bean, which is one of their like core all the time scents. And then the only new one that I liked was the sprinkled birthday cake. So I got 2 of these and then just 2 of the Vanilla Bean. I haven't had any big candles to burn, so it's nice to have candles again. Yay! So excited. Yay! It's the first book in the Witch's Peculiar series, Double, Twins in Trouble by Luna Grace. The author reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in reading and reviewing, and of course I said yes. So I'm so excited. I think a second book will be out later this year too, or maybe early. I don't know, I've seen a cover for 2 of them, but so excited. Yes. So thank you so much. I'm so excited. This is so awesome. This comes out July 19th, the first one. And I opened up the note, which is this beautiful paper. I had to get some scissors because I didn't want to rip it, so I cut the tape on the seam. She actually made this bookmark for me. She said as a thank you for what I do for the kidlit community. I just show off the beautiful books that deserve to be seen. But thank you so much. That is so awesome, and I love that. And purple is my favorite color, so I love some purple with black. Purple and black look so good together. Which might be why I have purpley black hair. But thank you. I'm so excited. I love a good witchy story. I don't know last time I updated, but Wednesday, today's Friday, May 13th. Oh, is it Friday the 13th? Wow, it's Friday the 13th. To watch something spooky. Like Friday the 13th. This past Wednesday, my husband had the day off because of a doctor's appointment. We got a lot of stuff done too. I think I did mention that because I showed you the Bath and Body Works stuff. But we got a bunch of mulch. We put that down. Pick some weeds. What else did we do? We did a lot of stuff. What did we do? Got the pool up. It has a tear, so we're waiting on. We had patches, but they don't work that well, so it still leaked. So waiting on some patch stuff to come that I ordered, and hopefully that'll patch it up good. Or we can finish filling it up. Start the filter. And then today is one of my husband's early days, when it's not really early than hours he works, but he gets home at a more decent hour. So he's gonna come home and sit with our pup, and I'm gonna go up to Home Depot and get some flowers for outside. The 2 that were on each side of the steps coming up to the porch, I hated them. They were just like these big blades of grass. It was like a circle. Like the circle inside was nothing. So you just see the ground. And then like a circle. And then like all these blades of grass that shoot out. And then but there's no rhyme or reason. And they just take up all the space and are just nothing to look at. So I've been trying to rip up every root I can find. And anytime something new shoots up, I've been ripping it out. So I want to try to find some perennials that will look good there and do well there. And some other plants. Because I want to have plant our flowers all along the side of our fence on this one side. And then he had got me, you know, like wolves are my favorite animal, and then owls a close second. And so he found these little owl pots. I'll show them whenever. So I need to get some plant potting soil and some little plants for those. And I got 2 rocking chairs on the front porch, and I want like a little table to go in between them. I don't know if I'll find that there. I might find that online. And I was gonna get the plants at Lowe's because he won like a $50 Lowe's gift card at work and he gave it to me. But the closest Lowe's, like Home Depot, is like 15 minutes down the road, and the nearest Lowe's is like 30 to 40 minutes. So I might use a gift card to buy online stuff that can be shipped, like some replacing some decorations that actually are just, especially outside decorations, they only last so long in the elements, but I've made them last about 6-7 years. So maybe get a few newer ones of those. I got all my spring decor out for outside, and I got my pup's canopy bed thing. It's like an outside bed. It's like elevated, and like the bottom is where air can still get in, and then it's got a canopy. I got that set back up for the back porch. She had one, the exact same one before, and like the canopy got all tore up, so I took the canopy off. And since the front porch has got a top to it, I put just the bottom of that bed out there, so when we go on the front porch, she can sit on that. And we got a new one for out back because it's not got a cover on the deck, and so it's got the canopy so she can be a little bit cooler whenever she is out there for a minute. And I'm on the 8th Keeper Lost Cities, which besides the 8.5 is the last one currently out right now. And I'm so upset that it's going to be over until the fall. And I did look up to see how many books are going to be in the series, and she said the 10th will be the final one. That makes me sad too. And I really hope Sophie picks who I want her to pick. It looked like she wasn't going to pick who I wanted her to pick, and the way things are going, but he's messing that up all on his own, maybe. So, and it's still all innocent, like, so like it's still, I consider upper middle grade, even though she did just turn 15. I consider her 14 and 15 still upper middle grade. 15 might be pushing it, just depending on who's writing the story and what it's about. But definitely 14 usually I consider upper middle grade. And still, I mean, it reads, it's like my favorite darker upper middle grade type that I like, and still, so I'm loving that. And like there's romance, but it's actually like crushes and liking, and like the one that she thinks she wants, they haven't even kissed. So I mean, it's still good. And I hope this author writes more middle grade after this. There's this upper middle grade, because she is phenomenal, and I want to keep reading it without having to worry about all the other stuff with YA and adult. Someone said something about a spin-off series. I don't know about that, so I'm going to have to Google that now too. I don't know who would be the spin-off characters, but I don't know if I love any of them the way I love. It'd probably have to be all new ones, because they've all grown up in these books, unless she decided to go back and tell from their sides of the story. But that'd have to be done so well, because that's just, from what I've experienced in the past, that's just telling the same story, just with a different, you know, it's like the same story, but not, but anyway. And I'm on the 5th Shah book, and I saw it's the last one, which makes me sad. Came at the perfect time. Like, it just got released, and I just got it in the mail, like, right the day, and I finished the 4th one the day after I got it in the mail, so that was perfect. And I'm so glad this is when I started reading them, because I don't have to wait for any books, and I can just go back to back. So I'm on the 5th one now, and the last one. Such an amazing series. That humor, man. And I'm loving that mythology, Hindu mythology, and or this aspect of Hindu mythology. And I've noticed anytime there's like mythology from India, all the authors make sure they point out that India is huge, and mythology and like the beliefs can vary from where, depending on where you're at where you're at in India. So, and that just fascinates me. Like, I want to learn each belief system. Like, I want to learn all the mythologies from India. And I don't know if I'd ever be able to, because it sounds like there's so much. But it's fascinating, and I love it. And still that humor and the culture and the friendships and the family. Like, these characters, we're getting some good series. I'm so excited. So excited I started this goal of getting into my longer series and actually reading them. And I've been having such a great time with all of them. So I'm so happy I did that. And I'm almost done with Swift by D.E. Cunningham. I only have like a couple chapters left, I think. That's such a good story. It's got so many underlying messages, like all the stuff that represents like the fantasy stuff. Like, if you see the deeper meaning, it's just so beautiful and heartbreaking, but also at the same time full of hope. Like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm loving it. And I'm almost done with the second Starfell book. I'm loving being back in that world. And that it's just so good. I'm so happy I have the UK edition now. Like, when I read the first one, so I went back to the first UK one and flipped through so I could see all the illustrations I'd missed. Because the US editions don't have illustrations inside, at least so far, the first two. And I read the first one in the US, and then I wasn't going to get the UK, but then I was like, I loved it so much, I was like, I'll just go. And I know sometimes it can be hard to come by because they don't reprint as much as the US or something like that. I don't know. So I'm so happy I'm reading the second one in the UK edition, just for the fact that there's illustrations all throughout the book, and they're so good. Both covers are stunning, US and UK, but the UK does have the illustrations inside, and I really love that. And I'm reading the Amy Raphael book, The Forest, The Sword, and I can't remember the rest of it. It's in the budget. It's good. The writing's a little... I don't think I've ever read anything with writing like this. I'm enjoying it. It's just different, and I'm kind of... I'm not confused, but kind of... I don't know how to explain it. It's not bad by any means, but it's... I don't know. And... Still reading Drifters by Kevin Emerson. That just came out. It's a big book. But I think I've made it... I'm halfway... Maybe over halfway at this point. Such an interesting concept for a story, and I'm really enjoying it. And I can't wait to see where things end up. There's a lot of layers to it, like as far as... I can't explain that either. Not spoiling it, but so far I'm loving that. I need to write my review for the 4th Shah book. Shah in the City of Gold, I think it's called. I want to get a look at the US editions of Shah since I enjoyed it so much, to see if... Like, I know what the covers look like, but I want to see if it's something when I can find them for a good price, if I want to get the US editions too. Maybe I'll look, because I have her appointment for the university oncology appointment coming up. She goes every 6 months for a checkup. And they have an awesome half-price books. Like, the closest one to me is like an hour and a half almost, and when I went there, it was awful. Like, they need to get tips from the ones I go to for her appointment. There's like 3 in that city. So, and I have a whole thing of books to try to sell. So, maybe I'll look there. Maybe I'll look out and I'll have some. But their hardbacks are always, or a lot of their hardbacks sometimes, I'm not going to pay that, because they'll have them like $10, $8, and you can get them from eBay for like $4. I don't know why they do that, but anyway, I'll update y'all. Grocery haul. These are my husband. Catalina dressing for a recipe. I needed more Texas Pete. This sausage for a recipe. I don't want my nails. I need to get them done. Plus, I've been planting stuff so they look dirty. I needed this cheese for a recipe. I need diced tomatoes for a recipe. I need 2 pounds of ground beef for a recipe. And then I got a ground beef for this for my husband. He likes... I'm telling you, he could eat tacos every day or anything, so, and they used to go with that. Just something quick since we had the first order today. And then I'll cook it in tomorrow, something normal. And we're just gonna have a salad today. Any more of this word I can't say because I'm Southern and it sounds weird when I say it. One of those for my husband. I need a sweet relish for recipe. I always need whipping cream for recipe. Pumpkin for my pups. Needed American cheese for recipe. Needed some beef broth for recipe. I needed more of my Triscuits for when I slice my cheese up. Chicken thighs for recipe. I used almost all my red cooking oil that I use in recipes. Needed more sour cream for me. Another one of these for my husband. My husband's yogurt. Needed 2 red bell peppers for recipe. I'm almost out on minced garlic. Needed a yellow onion for recipe. My mini cucumbers for my salads. Tortellini for recipe. An apple for my pup. More eggs. And I needed more film for my Fujifilm camera. Burger buns for recipe. 2 things of salad. Got a big thing of water. More bounty. More of my chips. More of my my husband's energy. Do an order at the local grocery store for the other things they didn't have. And then my monsters. Yeah, that's it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you would like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.